What up, pilots? Archonte up in this mode. Today we're gonna be doing part 3 of our Dark Eldar. Ooh, don't let them catch me saying that. Razorwing Jetfighter. So as you can see, we did the extreme highlights. We also washed them, shaded them down. I used Badab Black, but you can use Melon Oil. And finally we did the painting for the little pilot guy, and then we popped the canopy up down over his head. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff at the bottom if you want more War Boss Take content, and we'll see you in the next video. What up, players? Let's continue, hopefully finish, fingers crossed, our Dark Eldar Razorwing Jetfighter. So I did this half the way that we're going to be painting the other half. So this is like my template. We're going to be using Nurgling Green to enhance all of the highlights. Okay, and I also did the tail last video, I believe. So we're just going to continue what we did with the tail section and just kind of bring out the highlights. As you can see, I'm not painting everywhere. I'm just using it to accent corners and really straight, sharp lines, I guess. Woo! So, Nurgling Green is the color. The time is now. The place, War Boss Tay Studios. Yeah, I woke up this morning and I thought, yeah, man, I haven't touched my Razorwing Jetfighter in a long time. So, I'm working up the motivation again. All these new Chaos kits. I know at least one of my viewers, Nurgle's Nastiest, is gonna be happy that I'm talking about the new Nurgle stuff. They're great. The Plague Bearers are great. Hopefully my video review for that is out by now. But really, those guys. That kit is amazing. I mean, price-wise, I was like, for only 10 guys. But you know what? They're a lot. It's like almost $20 cheaper than the great swords for the Empire. I want to say, was it 20? Yeah, about $20 cheaper. And I wonder if it's because Games Workshop knows that people are going to buy a lot more? What do you think? I don't know. It's something that I'm not sure about, but... Okay, make sure you also have your Kabbalite green around, just in case you kind of do something that you want to clean up. Right there I painted a little bit too thickly in the same area, so you can spot clean, or you can wait till after you're done to clean. So I'm just going to show you what a spot clean looks like right now. You just take your Kabbalite green in a thin line and just do a little bit of a zoom in. And usually I like to go under so that the highlight is kind of near the top, rather than putting the darker color at the top and making the highlight be below it. To the danger zone. Every time I paint this, I hear that Top Gun Danger Zone song. What do you say, Dark Eldar pilot? I feel the need to transition into real space and take lots of slaves and prisoners and drop a crazy bomb that turns people inside out. To the danger zone. I love creating these like optical illusions with your paints highlighting. That's pretty much all they are, making your whoever's looking at your model think that, or making it appear like it's got this nice lacquer. That's something else that completely differently. This nice finish to it, you know? Because there isn't like an edge over here on these turbines. We are creating that with the paint, and once it's highlighted, it's gonna look really nice. I'm sorry, I just woke up, so my voice sounds like a bullfrog. That's why. Oh. I've noticed that you have a baby termagant outside of your house, robot. Yes, Commissar Bane, that is correct. Oh, surely, any Emperor-fearing man would know what heresy it is to harbor a hostile Xenos race in his backyard. It's actually a dog, sir. A what? A dog. I just call it a baby termagant for fun. You mean to tell me that all these comments I've been reading about a baby termagant in your backyard are actually false? That's right, sir. Heresy! I had a dog once. It was a cyber mastiff. It was nearly 80% biotics. You don't say. Where is your dog now? In the ground? Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Commissar Bane. Don't be sorry. Now I have you to keep me company. Yeah, Commissar, I was just wondering, but how long do you plan on staying here at Warboss Tay's house? You know, as his faithful manservant, it is my job to keep the place neat and tidy. But, Commissar, you keep coming in all hours of the night, dragging mud across the floor, executing people in the living room. I can't do it anymore, sir. I just can't. I've buried enough people that Bane has executed. I won't bury anymore. It's pretty good, Igor. And Shane. Now, if you excuse me, I will go off to my trailer, have a warm caramel soy macchiato before my next scene. I too just woke up and my voice is all froggy. My God, man, I got sounds just like Michael Caine in that one movie. Batman, The Dark Knight Rises. Oh, Sleuth. How did I do these on the other side? Okay. I was like, how did I paint these vents? Do, 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 do. Okay, thank goodness I already painted half of this. You guys ever paint something and then halfway through you just kind of like lose your motivation? That happens to me like all the time. Happened with this Razorwing. Happens with most of my armies when new stuff comes out. Oh, I have such bad shiny new model syndrome. It's chronic. It's terrible. When are you going to finish the Empire? Ah. Carl Franz. What are you doing here? I'm just hanging out. I'm going to go see the new Total Recall movie. I hope you have a good time. You look like rubbish. It'll never be better than the original. Okay, I like to get a little bit broader and a little bit more, what's the word? Bold. Let's go with bold. I like to get a little bit more bold with these highlights on the wing tips, just because they are really supposed to be really sharp. The thing that I really love about the new Dark Eldar line is that everything is so sharp. Do you guys remember when the new Raider kits came out? And everybody was talking about how beautiful the kits were, how much they resembled like pirate ships. And then they were putting them together and everybody was like, oh damn, these corners are so sharp. So many spiky corners. I just thought it was great. Yeah, so plotting out bits like this in the middle, you can do either one corner and go with the opposite one down here, like that, or you can do both corners. Either one is going to look fine because you really just, to me, you just need one good corner that looks nice and sharp. Back here. Into the danger zone. Because from far away, or from like table's distance away, just seeing those highlights, as long as you have, they're nice and solid, it's all the person is going to see when they're looking at your model. And don't forget, we are still going to tie it together with the shade. I'm just going to say now, if you have Badab Black, if you still have that beautiful Badab Black color, that's what I'm going to use, because I use Badab Black to tie down all of my Dark Eldar stuff. So for me, it's just being consistent. Even though I'm using the new colors, I feel like the known oil is not comparable to how Badab Black covers. Known oil will dull it down a lot more. So I'm going to be using Badab Black, but known oil should work as well for the shade phase. Just personally, I like to use Badab Black more. Oh, this brush. This brush has had it. The great thing about Dark Eldar vehicles, if you're going for the Games Workshop standard is you don't really need to base coat it with anything more than your primer, right? Just get a black primer and all you're really doing is painting on highlights. Okay, so we're doing vents again. The vents are the only time, or one of the only times, where you really want to be careful about not just painting the whole, like we're really trying to paint the outlines with these highlights. Before with the Cavalite green we just slapped it all over, but now we want to be a little bit more definite. So some of you might have noticed I started commenting my older videos. I'm on like page 4, I think, and as videos upload I try to whack out as much comments as I can, but oh boy, I should have never let it get this far. It is hard. Sometimes I'm responding to comments on a video and you know, it's a video that I've started writing comments on, so I only have to write replies to the top 1 or 2 new comments, and I see that, I'm like, oh, awesome, thank goodness. But then other videos, I haven't responded to any comments at all, and there's like 40 or 50 people who've left comments, and I'm like, oh, YouTube. But I love reading them. That's the best thing about YouTube. That's kind of why I do all these videos, because I read a lot of people who leave comments saying, oh, this really helped, or this was really inspiring, or this was really motivating. And again, it just goes back to, you know, when I was a kid. Every time I read that, it takes me back to when I was in middle school, and I was hunched over, sitting in the corner of my room, hunched over, like a skeleton that I just glued together. Those really old undead skeletons before they split them up into vampire counts and tomb kings. Like super glue all over my hands. I only had bleached bone. I think I had like bleached bone, blood red, and goblin green. Oh, and chaos black were like my only colors. I had no idea what I was doing. It was just terrible. So as a painter, I feel like it is good to share what you know. I know a lot of people would rather just skip all of the actual painting and watch, you know, kind of like the step-by-step fast forward through it. And for me personally though, I remember thinking, I wish I could see somebody from start to finish do every single thing in order to make a model look like it's not been painted by a 12-year-old. In fact, I shouldn't say that, because there are 12-year-olds out there who are really good painters. Like teenagers out there, like Clone Fan 117. This kid at my local game store who's like 11, I think, and this kid, chainmail now, or whatever, I think Runefang steel is the equivalent. Anyway, this kid is already grasped the, you know, the core basics of painting a model, which I didn't get until I was like 26 when I got back into the hobby 4 or 5 years ago, which was base coat, highlight, shade or wash, and then final highlight. And this kid is like so amazing. I think he collects Bretonnians, which are a super hard army if you are a young or inexperienced painter, because of all the bright colors, and he's just mowing through them. In fact, looking at his Bretonnian army and Ken Leonhardt's army, it's kind of motivated me to go out and pick up the 2 Knights boxes that I have. The Templar Knights and the Teutonic Knights from Fireforge. So, Balthazar Gold. So you guys should be expecting a little unboxing video of that later, because those models are so amazing. Shut up, you baby Ptarmigan! Commissar. Why does it make that noise, Warboss? Because my neighbors don't keep their cat inside and it wanders around and sometimes sneaks into our yard. Well, I will find this cat and I will deliver it to the Emperor's grace with my trusty last pistol. I wanna come. No. No, Igor, Commissar. We're not going to deliver the neighbor's cat to the Emperor's grace. Well, that is very disappointing. I'll say. Okay, let's paint up a little bit of this guy's armor, and then we can go on to the shades. So we're gonna use Cavalite Green. We're gonna skip the earlier steps and just go straight to this beautiful green color. I'm painting the chest plates. There we go. And we're going to take our Nurgling Green and do just tiny highlights. Oh, I forgot this little wingtip. Must go back. Okay, then we're going back to all of our old colors. Balthazar Gold for the little chest piece, or the little, I don't even know what you call this, that hooks right into his suit. There. A little flash of metallics. And then Moot Green. You can also use Scarsnake Green or any of the other bright comparable to the old Scorpion Greens. And this is going to be his adrenaline drug tube. So you look something like that. Okay, that should do it, I believe. When my client glued the cockpit together, there's a panel that's supposed to slot right in front, and I couldn't make it fit. He'd already glued the pilot in and everything. So if you want to paint that, you could paint that in Mephiston red, add a little flashes of red there. I'm actually gonna do some of that, just because it looks like there needs to be a little bit of red. So I'm going to take some Mephiston red and just paint two little gems up at the front. Which you probably won't even see anyway because it's going to be behind the cockpit, but you never know. Okay, some people were asking me how I'm going to paint my missiles, and I haven't really seen any good painted examples of them on the Games Workshop website. So what I'm planning on doing is just taking a nice gray color and painting it as if it were black and shiny. I think something like the necrotoxin missiles I've seen painted green. So if I was going to do that, I would take just my straight Cabalite green, and then I would take moot green, because I guess they're toxins, so I would highlight with the moot green, just in the same way. But I would paint all of the missile Cabalite green and then highlight with moot green. So for any of you who have necrotoxin missiles, you can do that, but for this one right now, I'll show you what I'm going to do, and then we'll get on to the washes. I'm going to take Dawnstone, which is a nice little color. All you have to do is really hold it up to the light, because the black should show you the reflection of where the light is, and we're just going to recreate that. It's all smoke and mirrors, kids. Trick is to do it subtly enough that it's not a big line going straight down the bottom of your missiles. So I like to kind of feather it as well. There. I'm going to really quickly finish this fin up here that I missed. I think once you become a partner on YouTube, they let you pick your own, I guess, thumbnails to represent what your video looks like in other people's subscription lists. And I think Chung over at WG Consortium is able to do that because his videos are really, really popular. Les, an awesome paint job, are able to do that. And then you look at my videos and it says like how to paint a Dark Eldar Razorwing, and the picture is like this, or like me holding it at a weird angle, all blurred out. And it's like, I'm sorry, I'm not that popular on YouTube. I don't have enough views or subscribers to do the custom thumbnail portrait. So when the new Batman The Dark Rises movie came out, I actually saw it with my friends, my geeky friends, rather than my lady friend, who just said that, you know, she wasn't really that interested in seeing it. And then I was out with her at dinner last night. Okay, this is gonna be a weird angle, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to listen to me ramble for a second while I do this. I was out with her last night at dinner, and I was doing my Commissar Bane impression, telling her how Louis and Igor have a new friend named Commissar Bane, and she was like, "Oh, that's nice." It's kind of being nice to me because, you know, she's a girl. She don't care about no warhammers. And, ouch, pokey. Then I was like, yeah, I named him Commissar Bane because he sounds like Bane. Get it? And then I did it, and she was like, I don't know who this Bane guy is, but he sounds like Sean Connery to me. And I was like, oh, that's right. You have not seen The Dark Knight Rises. So I might take her out to see it tonight. And she was like, yeah, you know, I wasn't that interested when it first came out, but it sounds like it's been getting pretty good reviews and people are talking about it, so she wants to kind of see it now. It's like, yes! I'm slowly but surely integrating her into my nerd culture. Okay, so now is the time to grab your Nuln Oil or Badab Black. Igor! Yes, master. Quickly, grab me by Badab Black. I love Badab Black. Oh, Igor. Would I love to use it on my Dark Eldar vehicles? Ah, goodness. I need a paint rack. I need it. Here you are, master! Thank you. Thank you, sir. So, Nuln Oil or Badab Black, either will work. This video is getting long, so let's hop to it. Just gonna paint it on. This is one of those many moments where I wish I had an airbrush. Oh, I'm talking to my boy Howard, Tabletop Painting 101, and Kabbalist66 also, who's offering me one of his old airbrushes. And I'm talking to Howard, who's trying to hook me up with other really good cheap rigs and setups, and I'd love to just get my hands on an airbrush just to practice and you know, get over my fear, because for some reason I've got this fear of airbrushes. I think it's because I've only ever painted by hand, and I'm just kind of used to it. But Howard says, you know, it's super easy. The results just look so fantastic. Anytime you go on Cool Mini or not and you see all the really beautifully done vehicles that, you know, it's hard to achieve good, smooth, realistic coverage when you're doing vehicles, if you're painting it by hand, like I do. I mean, I know, and I admit my vehicles are, you know, they are what they are. And they obviously look hand-painted. If you look at my rhinos from my Night Lords, or anything like that. And I'm sure you could do even really nice big vehicles like these. This Dark Eldar Razorwing with a good fine detail airbrush. And I'm learning all about them, and I'm looking up more videos like about airbrushes. Les and Chung have really fantastic videos, so go check those guys out if you want to learn more about the ins and outs about airbrush usage, maintenance. It's like a personal thing. It's like a fear of cockroaches or a fear of heights or something. I just think about airbrushes and I get queasy. Because personally, for me, I don't really have that much room in my setup. My table that I do all my painting and hobbying and stuff. It's pretty small. It's kind of compact. I'm sorry if it gets blurry. I'm gonna try and keep it in focus, but I don't know if it'll stay in focus or not. So as you can see, we're just moving our black or known oil, our black wash, over the whole thing, just not letting it pool anywhere. You don't want it to pool. And just enough so that it'll cover and then give it this glossy black shine. Now some of you might be wondering, well, why not just spray prime the Razorwing at the very beginning with the glossy black varnish, not varnish, but undercoat, like a Chaos Black undercoat. Just paint it and spray it black, and then spray it in Chaos Black undercoat to give it that shine. And for me, I don't think that's as effective because it gives you a false, or not a false, but you're always working with the gloss when you're doing these highlights. And your eyes are always going to be playing tricks on you about where to put the highlights. If you do a matte or non-shiny undercoat, like P3 makes this great black undercoat. I think I use the P3 primer for black. If you do that, then you're able to make your own highlights wherever you want them, and that works better for me. Okay, so you basically do the same thing on the underside. I'm going to cut now, and and let me also show you, you do turbines inside and the gold pieces at the back. Gold and silver, these thrusters. So I'm going to go do the underside now, and then when we come back, we'll wrap up this tutorial. Okay guys, the last part of this video is going to be spent gluing the canopy on. So this should be really, really quick. We're just going to take our rubber cement, our liquid cement for plastic models, apply it on the inside of the cockpit. Then we're going to take our canopy and we're just going to place it nicely on the top. Secure! Secure, you Xeno scum! Thank you, Commissar. Commissar Bane if you're nasty. Yes. Alright, so we're going to let that dry. When we come back in part 4, we are going to do some details. We're going to paint in the canopy a little bit and finish this baby off. But as you can see, the shades, the Badab Black wash really toned down that Nurgling green. The Nurgling green by itself was pretty bright, you know? So now it looks much more realistic. At least I think so. If you look at the Games Workshop website, you'll see that the Razorwing they have up there, they do a lot less highlights with this Nurgling green, the final highlight, and I feel like that's effective too, but to me, with these highlights being really big and prominent, I feel like it suits the Razorwing a little bit more, it makes it pop on the field. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next video once this once this liquid cement is dry, and we can also do some red airplane markings and glyphs and all of that cool stuff. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Latest, players!